Mr Mayor. One of the key stakeholders in this very important project, of course, is Basketball Victoria, and it's my very great pleasure now to introduce Wayne Bird, the CEO of Basketball Victoria, to say a few words.
Thanks, Graham, and ladies and gentlemen, it's just a great day, I think, from our point of view. Can I first of all just acknowledge Mr Molino and his presence and his announcement. I know how hard he personally has worked on this project, and it's going to a great deal, I can assure you. But I also acknowledge David Cooper, the Mayor of the City of Knox, Dan Kirtley, my President at Basketball Victoria, Wayne Carroll, who's the President of the Knox Association, also a board member at BV, and Tony Dunkley, who is the Chair of the Football Federation. I think we all are very excited about this morning. We're delighted that the announcement that's been made, with the announcements made today, and also, as I said before, the tireless efforts of James and his department in bringing about the support of the state government in these pretty tough times. I guess having achieved the funding, we're now waiting, like everyone else, with bated breath to see that our friends in Canberra are prepared to do the same thing. And if that happens, then that makes this just a bigger and better opportunity. Basketball Victoria, and on their behalf, I must acknowledge Knox City Council and the association here, who unreservedly have embraced Basketball Victoria in the development of this concept of a state basketball centre. They were very quick to welcome us to the table, to be part of the development of the project. Obviously, we're supposed to take off a little earlier than is actually the case. The proposal, as David has referred to, is for the development of this as a sports precinct, and the exciting plans that are afoot for that development, I think everybody will acknowledge when they become public in later days. It'll be a great boost for sport in this area that is no doubt one of the major sporting regions within the state, within the country, by any measure at all. We're very pleased to be part of that development. From a state basketball point of view, this centre will give basketball just another level of credibility, and it will allow us to further develop our identity as a major sport in the state of Victoria. I think it's a positive affirmation of our standing from the government, and certainly supported by the City of Knox. I have to say now there's a lot of work to be done, because the planning and the extra work that goes on from now probably has been a lot of work. There's still a lot more to be done. So we look forward to becoming part of that. Again, Minister, on behalf of Basketball Victoria and the basketball community, we thank you, and we thank the state government for their contribution, and we certainly look forward to the day we're back here when we cut the ribbon and the whole thing starts to move. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Wayne. Today it would be remiss if we didn't hear from an Australian legend in basketball, and we're delighted that we have Lindsay Days here has come along to be a part of this very significant occasion today. Most of you will know Lindsay from his Melbourne Tigers days, where he coached for many years. I also understand you were the General Manager of Basketball Victoria for some 30 years. More than that. And of course has been a multiple time coach of the Australian Olympic basketball team. So would you please welcome Lindsay?
Yeah.
May the 4th is going to go down for me as a very historic date, not because it's close to the 50th anniversary of the opening of the Albert Park Stadium, which Albert Building has been a typical time spent in this field, but throughout all of that time, one of the missions that I've had is to try to develop a state basketball centre. not just a playing facility like we had at Albert Park and what has been growing around the country for many, many years, but a headquarters that would be appropriate for the promotion, the presentation of major, important international, national or state events. We've come close many, many times. The multi-government came close. Except we got really disappointed with the land minister today, and we won't go into that. The Kane government came close. We tried to get the Olympic Games to Melbourne a second time. We missed out there. There was a very genuine and honest effort to try to get that. Then the tenant government came close. We talked about projects in Brunswick and Dorset, Knox, believe it or not, and in other places, but we missed out. So now the Brumby government, and no doubt through the very keen efforts of James Molino in making this a priority, we now have the vision of effectively 50 years being realised.
Yeah.
So that in future we'll be able to have not only the ability to promote major important events in a large capacity stadium, while we expand the growth of the participant sport, then we'll be in their own destiny, in charge of our own destiny, promoting our own games under our own terms and conditions. And we say, you'll bear with me when we talk about other sports and things like that. We have the State Football Centre, the AFL. We have the State Soccer Centre being developed now, the rectangular stadium. We have the State Baseball Centre. We have the State Aquatic Centre down here called State Volleyball Centre. We have all of these, and basketball, by far the largest Olympic competitive sport, have been battling all this time to get what we think that we've earned over a long period of time, and now it's been done. So, James, thank you very much.
Thank you, Lindsay, for particularly putting that into a 50-year perspective. This is a very significant day in any media. Wayne Carroll is the president of Knox Basketball Incorporated, and it's my very great pleasure now to invite Wayne to say a few words.
David, used to following Lindsay around the world. No different occasion. This is very exciting for Knox Basketball, and I want to take the opportunity to thank the council for partnering us in the work that we did in establishing the needs that we had for developing the opportunities to play for kids like this. And I look at those kids and I say, well, how many of them are going to finish up being an Andrew or maybe a Michelle, Jim, and go on to play for Australia? And we want to be able to create those opportunities, and this centre will create that. But more importantly, it's going to give them a chance to enjoy the game and recreate here. We're very excited about being an anchor tenant here and partnering the other sports into making this a great precinct, so that the children of Knox and all the kids in the East get a chance to enjoy sport at the highest level in the best facilities they can. There'll be a lot of planning to go on now about how we make this precinct the best it can be. Unfortunately, Lindsay, I don't think we're going to be able to keep the Albert Park model and build Andrew and you a house. I think you're going to go have to knock some walls out of another place and build somewhere else. But it's going to be a fantastic precinct, and it's Margaret, I didn't realise you were there. You can come and live with me too. But it's going to be fantastic, and we are just so excited. James, thank you very much for your support, and David and Wayne. We're looking forward to the challenge of making it everything it can be.
A very important part with stage one of this precinct of sports